Hi everyone, so for today I'm doing a get ready with me inspired by Valentine's Day. Now this is a little bit more of like a sultry, sexy type of look. I wanted to do a few different types of looks for different types of intentions, if you will. It sounds bad, but you know what I mean. Like if you want to go for a playful look, I did a playful look. If you wanted to go for a little more romantic, sultry kind of, hey, come here kind of look, this is your look. Okay, this is the look. I really like how it turned out. I really wanted to do a halo eye because it's not my strong suit, so I wanted to practice it, and I wanted to practice it on camera, and I hope you learn something from this when you watch it. So if you want to see how to get this look, just keep on watching. I'm starting with my eyes. I'm using the Catrice Liquid Camoflauge High Coverage Concealer. Just dabbing this right on the eyelids and up to the crease, and then I will blend it out with my finger. This will act as my eyeshadow base so that everything is more pigmented. You don't see my veiny eyelids through it. And I feel like your eyeshadow will last longer as well. Make sure you set it. I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me Set and Smooth Pressed Powder in Nude Beige. This is so that your eyeshadows don't crease and your concealer stays in place. Now I'm going in with the Morphe KathleenLights palette, and I will be going in with that middle shade, second from the right. It's like a mauve dusty rose shade. I'm taking a little bit at a time, and I am putting that in the crease and working it towards the eyebrow. This will act as my transition color for all my other shadows. As you can see, I'm going in now to the inner corner to make sure that I put just as much pigment on the inner corner as the outer corner. This is the start to a good halo eye, in my humble opinion. Continue to blend this out. It is a process, but it is well worth it in the end. You take like one dab of the shadow and then go in at a time. Now I'm going in with that darker shade to the right of the transition shade with a thinner fluffy brush, and I'm putting that over the first color but down in the crease a little bit more. Again, dab your brush into the color and then go into your crease, and continue to do that until you have it as pigmented as you would like. Also, don't forget to put just as much as pigmentation on the outer crease as you would on the inner crease to make sure that your halo eye is even. Once I'm done the crease, I go into the lid now with that same darker shade. I like to wait to do the lid because I like to pack on the color in the lid, but I don't want it to go up to my crease. I don't want it to be too stark on my crease at first because then that's harder to blend out. So now I'm just putting that shade on the inner and outer corner of my lid. It doesn't have to be perfect, but you want to try and leave the middle of your eyelid blank for the lighter color that you'll go in with later. And then I'm going in with the ColourPop pressed pigment in Cloud 9. This is a e.l.f. angled definer brush, and I am deepening the outer and inner corners with this brush and this color. With this brush, it's more of a packing brush. I think I mentioned that. No, I called it a detail brush because that's what it is. But it does pack on the color nicely. I wouldn't recommend it so much for the blending part, but you'll see once I get the amount of color that I want on either side, I will then go in with the blending brush. I use that darker purpley shade, and then I will blend that back and forth in the crease. That way that brown shade is faded in the crease as well. Again, just working that halo eye. These ColourPop eyeshadows, by the way, are amazing. I need to get more. I only got 2 just to try them, and I am obsessed. Now I'm going in with the Morphe 35O palette just to use that bottom right ready foiled shade. This is going to be my middle light color. And I'm packing this on with a Wet n Wild dense packing brush. And as I said earlier, that's why we left that middle place blank. This is to contrast the outer and inner corner of my eyelid. So just pack it on, concentrating it on the middle of the eye there. Since it takes away from the depth of the outer and the inner corner, I'll go back in with Cloud 9 and just deepen up that color on the outer and inner corner. It can get faded away in all of the blending, and we don't want that. So this is a process of going back and forth, unfortunately, but it's something you have to do in order to get the perfect blend, but the perfect pigmentation at the same time. Pigmentation. So take your time with this. Make sure you don't hide that red color you just put in, but make sure you pack as much color and as much pigmentation on as you would like. And just because you want to go back in again and make sure you didn't lose any of your red pigmentation, just pack on some more of that red foiled shade directly into the middle though. Now to add more to the crease, now that you know how dark everything else is, you can go back in with that purpley shade and blend out any harsh lines left from either Cloud 9 or the red shade that you use from the 35O palette. And also I would suggest bringing this up as I did past the crease a bit so that you don't look like you just have eyeshadow on your lid and nowhere else. You want it to smoke out. To further blend out and smoke out this look, go back in with that mauve shade as well. And this is just going directly over that darker reddish purplish shade. Since I feel like your eyes get lost in this shadow sometimes, it's good to tightline. This is the Essence Long Lasting Gel Liner in Black Blaze. I'm tightlining, and then I'm also lining my lash line on the top with the Maybelline Line Stiletto. Again, you just want to bring your eyes back into the picture after putting all that shadow on your lid. So a nice straight line close to the lash line will do just fine. Now take a makeup remover pad just to catch all that fallout, or wipe away all that fallout, and also it can help straighten that line on the outer corner to create a perfect cat eye. We're going to move in with the face here. We're using the Rimmel Lasting Finish Primer. You can put this everywhere, but I like to accentuate it or put a lot more on the T-zone because of pores and such. Now I'm going in with the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Foundation in the shade, I think it was 102. Just dabbing this all over the face. And then I will go in with a brush and smooth it all over my face. Make sure you get your neck and your ears so that everything looks well blended. You don't want to look like you're wearing a mask. For some reason too, but guys, this shade is definitely my shade, but it looks like it's not on camera. I don't know why. Maybe it's my lighting, I'm not sure. I have to troubleshoot that, I guess. This foundation's pretty good. I didn't like it at first, but I like it now. I'm going back in with a Catrice Liquid Camoflauge Concealer to highlight and conceal. I'm putting it all in the usual spots, but I'm going to skip my eyes first and just blend all this out, because what happens is I blend all this out and then I go to do my eyes and it's already been drying on my eyes and it's very hard to blend. So I like to do it in sections. I'll do the middle of my face first and then I'll go in with the under eyes and blend that out. Believe me guys, it makes your life a lot easier. Plus you don't have to really worry about creasing in the middle of your face as much as you do the eyes. So I like to do the eyes last so I can set it right away too. By the way, this brush that I'm using is the e.l.f. Flawless Concealer Brush. It's really good, guys. Like, that's probably the one brush that I'll use if I don't use a beauty blender to blend out my concealer. I think it works so well, and it's really good to get right under that eye, just like I did. Highly suggest it, and it's obviously affordable. It's e.l.f. I'm going in with the same setting powder, or it's really a face powder, that I used for my eyelids. It's the Maybelline Fit Me Set and Smooth in 125. And I'm just setting everywhere I put concealer down. Then I'll go in with the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer in the shade Bronzer. And I am using this fan brush by Hey Garly, I think it is. This is my favorite brush to use to contour my face if I don't want to do like a full on bronzed look. It works so good at getting a straight line right at the hollows of my cheekbones. Or cheeks, I should say. Now I'm going in with the Wet n Wild ColorIcon blush in Mellow Wine. And I am putting this on my cheeks to bring some color back to my face. Now I'm using the e.l.f. Shimmer powder in the shade Gold for my highlight. And then I'm going back in with the Essence Long Lasting Eye Pencil to start my lower lash line. I'm putting this on the waterline, but I'm also bringing it down to my lashes, and then I am blending it out with a pencil brush. Make sure you do one eye at a time. Apply the eyeliner and then blend it out, otherwise it'll dry on you and then it makes it very hard to blend. I'm going in with that dark brown or dark purple shade that we used in the crease on the top, and I am blending that eyeliner out even more so and bringing some color back to the lash line so it matches the upper eye. As you can see too, where my shadow ends on the top, I'm connecting my lower lash line with that so that I have a seamless finish from the top to the bottom. And then I'm going in with that mauve shade and just the same blending brush that I used on the crease, and I am smoking that bottom lash line out even further, and I'm bringing it all the way up again to that upper crease because I want everything to go smoothly together. I'm going back in with that e.l.f. Shimmer powder, and I am going to put this on the inner corners of my eyes. I'm going to do my eyebrows real quick. I'm back. I just didn't feel like putting that on camera, otherwise we'd be here for hours. And then I'm going in with the mascara for my top lash line, and then I'm also going in with mascara for my lower lash line. I don't always do this, but when I use so much shadow on the lower lash line, I feel it's necessary. Then I'm going in with the NYX Liquid Suede liquid lipstick in Vintage, and setting it all with the NYX Dewy Finish Long Lasting Setting Spray. And then that's it. I hope you guys liked this. If you did, give us a thumbs up, and I will see you in my next video.